reaction match with Shrewsbury. Now, the Gulls were hoping to get their promotion push back on track after coming unstuck over the last couple of weeks, and they certainly did that on Saturday with a rousing second-half performance. Our commentator at Plainmoor was Seth Conway.
With Donaldson. Donaldson robbed of the ball, though, and it's Lee Steele. It's a good save from Southall. Oh, Neville Southall coming to Torquay's rescue as Lee Steele nipped it field, got the shot away, and Southall had to parry, and Wayne Thomas was there to make sure no one could turn it in. Thomas keeps it in. Now Wilding. Herrera's cushioned header for Kevin Hill. Hill had to wait for the ball to come across him, and Edwards grateful to see it come into his gloves. As the ball just rolled in front of Kevin Hill, he had to wrap his left foot around it and never really get the power. A long throw towards Gale. Now Seabury turns it to Jobling, and Shrewsbury claim the corner. Threatened Hughes and Wilding all wait, but Holmes able to deal with the corner convincingly. Now Seabury. Chip and charge for Brown, and Brown's got away, and that's a delicate finish, and Gale might still be able to make something. Well, how did Michael Brown's effort not go in as he lifted the ball over the top of Neville Southall? It looked for all the world as though it might just nestle in that corner. And Gale couldn't provide the finishing touch either. Donaldson uses his weight to force the ball through for Brandon. It just wouldn't come down in time for Chris Brandon. The midfielder inches away from his 4th goal of the season. Fine ball from Donaldson, and as Brandon got a toe poke to it, it just came down too late over the crossbar. Thomas. Now Donaldson. Out for Kevin Hill. Pass will just be kept in by Herrera. Comes for Donaldson. Badeau! It's in now! And Tony Badeau claims his 9th of the season on his return to the Torquay side. It's all smiles for Tony Badeau. It's all smiles for the Torquay fans as well. It's Torquay 1, Shrewsbury 0. Will Torquay now look to kill off this game? 25 minutes to go. They've taken the lead. Here's the kind of game should be there for the taking as Badeau comes back for Kevin Hill. And half the ground thought that it was going in. Fabulous strike from Kevin Hill. Torquay just needed that goal to get them going. And Kevin Hill nearly doubled that lead. Comes the corner, and it's in! Well, Alex Watson is getting the plaudits from his Torquay teammates, but did it go straight in from Paul Holmes? Either way, Torquay have extended their lead. It's Torquay 2, Shrewsbury 0. Well, Paul Holmes swung in the corner, and Alex Watson, the Torquay assistant manager, is claiming the touch. She must have got diverted past Edwards. Well, comes infield to find Murray. Thomas could have left it for Southall, chose not to. Comes to Donaldson. Russell's ball intercepted. And now Kevin Brown has the chance to run on the right. Gale, Steele and Jobling all waiting in the middle. Comes towards Steele, and in fact it came off Alex Watson, I think, and has gone in. Lee Steele taking some of the applause from the Shrewsbury fans, but as the cross came in from Brown, it definitely hit Watson and looped over Southall. It's Torquay 2, Shrewsbury 1. Donaldson on for Badeau. Chris Brandon making a desperate effort to get into the middle, and it's a second own goal. It's come from Gareth Hanmer as Badeau chased down the left, Hammer turned it past his own keeper. It's Torquay 3, Shrewsbury 1.
First off, I really do believe that we were quite content to play within ourselves, and we were happy to keep a clean sheet. Most of the first half played on the back foot, and we eventually got on the front foot second half, and we showed what we can do to teams when we're in the mood. But you know, again, it's down to players wanting to be in the mood, and when they are, there's no stopping us.
So Torquay still very much in the promotion frame. They're in 6th position with a busy week ahead. On Tuesday they're in auto windscreens action at Gillingham, and then on Saturday it's the FA Cup trip to QPR. Well, after their 3-2 victory.
Paul Holmes' corner was headed in by Kevin Hill to give Torquay United the lead. A mistake by Gillingham's Adrian Pennick handed Michael Griffiths an easy second goal, and then Griffiths scored the third goal after an initial shot was blocked by debutant goalkeeper Charlie Mitten.
Well done, the goals. Very good indeed.
Where Torquay United battled hard for a well-earned draw against First Division Queen's Park Rangers. A good old-fashioned clash between the underdogs from Devon against those city slickers from West London. Watched by Seth Conway.
Herrera. The foot was certainly up from Tim Breaker, and he has conceded the free kick. We're in the 8th minute. As the free kick's floated in, there's Thomas, and Wade Thomas has given Torquay the lead. Or has he? The linesman's flag is in fact up on the far side. He saw an offside decision. Darlington. It's a chase that Steiner will win, and win well. Kiwomya's with him. He doesn't need him. There's Wardley. And Torquay thought they'd scored moments earlier, but QPR have done. Stuart Wardley bags his 8th goal of the season, and as the ball came across to him, he had the easy job of diverting it past Neville Southall. Such heartbreak for Torquay, who thought they'd scored, but the goal was ruled out for offside. QPR, make no mistake. It's QPR 1, Torquay 0. Little break for Kiwomya. Great first-time ball back for Wardley, now on for Kiwomya again. Rob Steiner's waiting in the middle. Here is Steiner. It's broken for him. And that's a fantastic save from Southall. Neville Southall, maybe 41, but he still shows the agility of a man half his age. And as Steiner stumbled, he almost had the opportunity, but he was then denied by Neville Southall. Neat header from Langley too. Steiner looks for the on-run of Murray. Southall has come, and Southall makes the save. Well, Paul Murray, the latest to be denied by Southall. Neville Southall, he may lack some of the agility, but his positional sense is first class. Paul Holmes will flight the ball in, looking towards Jimmy Aggrey, who wins the header, but straight into the arms of McCloskey. The free kick picked out Aggrey perfectly, but the former Fulham man couldn't beat the keeper. Here comes the cross, it's very deep, and just over the top. It's an amazing run by Paul Bruce. It didn't look to be much on as he sent it into the middle, but it only just nipped down over the top of Neville Southall's goal. Bruce with the free kick, looking for Plummer. Back off the bar, and off the line by Neville Southall. QPR could so easily have extended their lead. As the ball was put over, Plummer it was who got the initial header back, came off the crossbar, and Rob Steiner with the goal at his mercy, but he was prevented by Neville Southall once more. Holmes encouraged infield. O'Brien wants it. Here is O'Brien. Oh, Mick O'Brien. 4 goals this season for the man who's actually won the FA Cup, the Youth FA Cup, in his days at Everton. On this occasion, the shoulder was going over. Now Donaldson. Thought about waiting for Holmes. Chooses O'Brien instead. It's Mick O'Brien. And this time McCloskey has to work to deny Mick O'Brien. The substitute keeper extended to the full. He's got a big frame. And he was able to make the save. Oh, but O just couldn't get the ball out from under his feet. And now Torquay have robbed the play back, and Kevin Hill's brought to ground by Langley. It's a free kick in a very dangerous position. Well, Mick O'Brien scored from this kind of range in the first round of the cup, and he's done it again! Mick O'Brien, will he be Torquay's saviour with just 9 minutes to go? It's QPR 1, Torquay United 1. Well, I said he did it in the first round against Southend. This was an even better free kick from O'Brien. Perfectly placed into the bottom left-hand corner. And Torquay are back in the FA Cup.
We go to anywhere now and we're full of confidence. I mean, the lads just expect to do well wherever they go. We've got a good set of lads, a good dressing room, and the camaraderie great. And we've come here. Roads all look a bit, in some instances, but for all the hard work and work rates, I think we deserve something out of the game.
I thought it might be a very tough game, but we dominated the game virtually from start to finish, and we've missed chances today that perhaps we shouldn't miss. If we'd have won 6-1 today, I don't think anyone could have moaned and groaned about it, but we've created and missed chances that I'm very disappointed about.
Well done to Torquay, to be said. Well, now, Torquay may not be among the country's real glamour sides, but they're certainly in a league of their own when it comes to trying out the latest in high-tech equipment, as Jeff Welsh has been finding out.
And there's Donaldson, and it's 2-0.
When O'Neill Donaldson is fit, there seems no stopping him. Unfortunately, he's been plagued by injury, and his latest setback, a broken leg, looked to have closed the door on a promising career. But now he's back after just 6 months out of the game, and it's all thanks to a new state-of-the-art shin pad. It's made of carbon fibre and Kevlar, a product that's used in the making of bulletproof vests.
I think a lot of times, a lot of players who do get back tend to worry about getting another knock on it for fear of breaking it again. I know quite a few players who have gone back and end up breaking it again. I think with myself, I wasn't so much, it wasn't a mental thing. I wasn't actually frightened of going back and playing on it, but it's always nice to know that you've got that protection.
The goal! Right side! That's incredible!
One man who knows what it's like to have a playing career come to a premature end is Norman Whiteside. The former Manchester United and Everton star has seen the new shin pad and is very impressed.
I think it's absolutely fantastic. I'm always open to new ideas and new innovative stuff, and this is the first time I've seen it, and it looks fantastic for the player and the club.
Now, there are a few differences between your average shin pad and the one O'Neill Donaldson wears. Your average one costs around £8 and is very flexible. O'Neill Donaldson's is rock hard and will set you back £600 for a pair. It's not just the materials that made the shin pads so expensive. Each one was individually moulded to fit O'Neill Donaldson's legs.
Well, the level of interest that has been shown already is certainly indicating that there are a large number of players around the country that would be interested in having these. So what we're anticipating doing in the near future is putting together a mobile clinic so that we can actually take this technology from club to club.
The future looks bright for the new shin pad, which is one product that certainly doesn't mind taking a knock. Club. But his manager will be looking forward to it almost as much. Wes Saunders can do little wrong at the moment, with the goals also flying high in the league. Testament to an impressive transition into management.
He might not be up to Elton John's standard, but he soon could be if he learns the piano as quickly as he learned how to become a successful football manager. Wes Saunders knows what it's like to be a winner. 8 years ago, he was one of the Torquay heroes in their memorable playoff victory over Blackpool. Now he's continued the winning streak in the management hot seat. He's been in charge at Playmore since the start of last season. There have been occasional rocky spells, but he's managed to get through them, and now Torquay are riding high in the 3rd division.
I don't think you can be playing. I don't think you'll be playing, but saying that, I've got to feel I'm the luckiest guy in the world to actually have a chance. Remember, there's only 92 of us in the country, and to be one of those 92 is absolutely fantastic. It's one of those things where, you know, you get managers that totally keep themselves apart from the players, the managers that are totally in with the players. I try to balance the two, and hopefully I might get a little bit more respect that way. But, you know, I still like a laugh and a joke on a morning in the dressing room before we go out to training, and I hope the players appreciate that.
If things do go wrong, Wes has plenty of contacts in the game he can call on for help. He's a close friend of Paul Gascoigne, and last season he managed to attract to Playmore another one of his former Newcastle colleagues, Chris Waddle.
I think he's a great lad to know, because I can pick his brains for certain things. When he was down here originally, when he was down last year, when he signed for us for a short period, it was great to pick his brains, and obviously he's played at the highest level. And the way we wanted to play, the way I wanted to play, he could pass on his knowledge of being at the highest level to get the best out of the players. I mean, from that point of view, yeah, brilliant. Gaza is more of a go out for a laugh with, I suppose. You know, he takes his football very seriously, but I don't think he's really got, at the moment, or when you're out with him, any aspirations of talking about, I want to talk about football, because obviously he gets it every minute of the day.
The future looks promising, but at this stage he's not prepared to make any predictions.
Everybody wants to do well and manage and make better of themselves, and that's throughout life. But within football, it can change week to week, month to month. So as long as we're going, I'll be quite happy.
Wes's son Harris makes sure there's never a dull moment in the Saunders household, and the way his dad's management career is going at the moment, there aren't too many on the pitch either. Students. The club has become involved in a unique scheme at Dawlish Community College, as Jeff Welsh reports.
Most Saturdays, Wayne Thomas can be found tackling the opposition. Tackling schoolwork is something he hasn't done for a long time, but now he's reliving his teenage years by returning to the classroom. It's all part of a scheme aimed at raising boys' achievement levels.
Research has proved that boys underachieve compared to their girl counterparts, and one of the strategies we're employing is to involve Torquay United to come in and act as role models to reinforce the importance of education.
These Year 8 pupils all seem to enjoy working with their new teachers.
It's quite good actually, because I've never seen football players in person like that, and it's quite good actually.
Brilliant, because I've seen football players before, but not actually in person. I've been seen live, but it's just brilliant, really, because I ain't seen them in person.
Seeing all these Torquay United players coming down and like spending a day, like a couple of hours with us and talking to us about things.
Torquay manager Wes Saunders and 4 of his players have become involved in the scheme, and they feel it's also been a learning experience.
Although we're not the top like Premier League footballers, a lot of the local kids do use us as idols and that, and you can come in and command a respect from them that, say, everyday people wouldn't get, and they do tend to listen to you and that, and you can pass on good information to them.
I used to remember when I was in school and I weren't the best in school, and it does help when people come in and say a few things to you. I mean, me and Robbie just helped the kids what we could, and basically they done it all themselves. I mean, they told us what to do, and they were nice lads, and I enjoyed it.
Away from the classroom, Torquay's players' next aim is to teach Queen's Park Rangers a thing or two in tomorrow night's FA Cup replay.
And of course they'll be raring to go against the Super Hoops after that enforced weekend layoff. Right, let's turn the clock.
Well, here at Plainmoor, it was a case of what might have been, as Torquay United put up a great performance before finally going down by 3-2 to First Division Queen's Park Rangers. All the excitement came in the second half, and when Torquay's top scorer Tony Beddoe stabbed home his 10th goal of the season, it looked as if an upset might be on the cards. But Rangers hit back with 2 goals in the space of 4 minutes. Stuart Wardley produced a superb finish for the first, but Torquay and goalkeeper Neville Southall in particular will feel bitterly disappointed to have conceded the second. Southall produced a superb save to deny Paul Murray, but from the corner, Chris Kiomya sneaked in at the far post to head home. Southall must take some of the blame for Rangers' third. He failed to cut out Paul Bruce's cross, and Wardley was presented with a simple opportunity to score his second of the game. It should have been all over, but there was still time for Wayne Thomas to set up a grandstand finish with Torquay's second goal. Rangers hung on, though, and they'll now meet Charlton in the fourth round. So Plymouth Argyle, the West Country's only winners tonight, but both Torquay United and Exeter City can take credit from their performances. Martin Dean at Plainmoor for West Country News.
Back to earn a draw in the derby match with Plymouth Argyle at Home Park. The kick-off was delayed to allow a bumper crowd into the ground. Well, John Ez saw the match and he sends us this report.
It was a seesaw game that really could have gone either way. Plymouth Argyle took the lead after a mistake by Avian Williams. It set up Sean McCarthy to score. Then Avian Williams scored himself in the second half after he capitalised on a mistake by Mick Heathcote and Ken Vasey. Then there was another mistake, this time by Neville Southall to set up Paul McGregor. But then late in the second half, the equaliser came from Torquay through Kevin Hill. Right on the death, they had a free kick. Mick O'Brien took it. It crashed against the crossbar, but it finished Plymouth 2, Torquay 2.
Operations.
There's a full programme of league football on Monday, with a chance for our top teams to start the year 2K on a more positive note than they finished 1999. Plymouth Argyle are the only one of Devon's three clubs at home. They entertained 6th place Macclesfield, looking to improve on a haul of just 1 point out of 6 over the Christmas period. That came in the Boxing Day derby with Torquay, but the Gulls failed to build on the platform laid in their fight back to earn a 2-2 draw at Home Park. They couldn't muster the same spirit in Tuesday's defeat by Southend at Plainmoor and go to Mansfield targeting a return to the playoff zone. While Argyle and Torquay kick off at 3.
Beaten this afternoon. They twice fought back from behind at Mansfield through an own goal and a Mark Platt's effort. Mick O'Brien scored from the penalty spot near the end, but the Gulls lost 4-3. Plymouth.
There were 7 goals at the Fieldmill ground, with Mansfield taking the lead against Torquay, with Nick Boulding's shot squirmed under Neville Southall. In fact, the Stags took the lead 3 times in the first 32 minutes. Torquay levelled when Tony Beddoes' shot was blocked, but the ball went in off defender Lee Bromby to tie things up, and the stage was set for a real ding-dong. Darryl Clark beat Southall on his near post for 2-1. The match was hardly a classic, but already had the ingredients for a bank holiday belter. All square again on 28 minutes. Mark Platts was already the 4th name on the score sheet, but none went into the book. A credit to both sides and to the referee. The attendance was just under 3,000, treated to a really entertaining 90 minutes. Chris Greenacre put Mansfield in front for the 3rd and final time. At 3-2, the goal scene went fairly quiet until the last 10 minutes. Then Nick Boulding's second goal appeared to have sealed the win. 4-2 to Mansfield. Surely there were no more crumbs for the Seagulls to feed upon. In fact, they hovered around for a bit longer, and an 86-minute penalty set up a great finale. Nick O'Brien converted the kick to narrow the gap once more. Mansfield 4, Torquay 3. Brighton against Exeter. More Seagulls.
Rotherham the edge now. The Yorkshire club back at the summit as Barnet slipped to 3rd, a point behind the joint leaders. Then it's Darlington with a match in hand. Leyton Orient creep 1 point further clear of Chester. Victims in the bank holiday's big relegation battle. That 4-1 win for Carlisle means the Cumbrians now have a 6-point cushion between themselves and the bottom. Still no one can decide who'll take this title. Darlington hardening as favourites from 5-1. Swansea have also consolidated their position. Some big bets on Chester pre-season that stood to collect 6-figure sums. But don't buy that Ferrari just yet. They're nowhere to be seen anymore.
Game for promotion and battle with the Pilgrims for the West Country top dog title. But they took full advantage of their neighbours' league layoff with a superb victory over Carlisle, and enjoying it from the commentary box, Jeff Welsh.
Healy takes it short. Brandon, is he going to try a shot? Yes, he is. Took a deflection. Hill gets his chance now. Williams, can he turn? Back to Healy. Shot from Healy, and it's gone in! What a great goal! 11 minutes gone, and Brian Healy has got the breakthrough. Pitts with the head on. Whitehead and Williams. Here's Beddoe. Is he going to shoot first time? Well, Luke Weaver had to put it over his crossbar. And what was that Tony Beddoe produced? Was it a shot? Was it a cross? Watson looked as if he'd been pushed. It comes out. It's a great shot, great save. Well, the ball fell to Richard Tracy. You can't fault the shot. And what about that for a save? Beddoe. Here's Healy. He's got a little bit of space. Can Avian Williams finish? Great tackle there by David Brightwell. Paul Harris had a spell on loan at Torquay last season. Here's Soley. Good shot and just wide. Back to Hill. There's Watson. Headed out by Clark. Durnin. Here's Healy. O'Brien. Comes to Hill. Well, he wasn't far off, was he? Carlisle, not surprisingly, sending most of the men forward. That looks dangerous, and it's gone in. Well, it was as simple as that. Ball sent across. And Steve Soley it was who got the touch. Where was the Torquay United defence? Holmes. Brightwell. Dobie. Thomas. Soley still charging there. Here's a chance for Soley. Well, if he'd have kept his feet, he could so easily have made that 2-1 in Carlisle's favour. Wayne Thomas unsure of where it went. And Soley really should have got on to the end of that one. Healy with the free kick. Thomas. Brandon. Holmes really is in the thick of things today, Paul Holmes. Griffiths, can he get there? There's Beddoe. Griffiths, it's gone in! Michael Griffiths, it is with the final touch. Well, the ball bounced around. Tony Beddoe was there. Michael Griffiths was there. And Michael Griffiths, who came on as a substitute, has put Torquay back in front. Here's Griffiths. That's a great ball through from Healy to Beddoe. Can Beddoe finish? He doesn't need to because there's Hill. Well, Kevin Hill should have buried that one. Building again from the back. Thorpe. Bad ball by Thorpe. Here's Brandon. Can he finish this? What a great finish it is! What a super goal from Chris Brandon. Straight out of the top drawer, that one. Kept his nerve, kept his composure. 3-1 Torquay, thank you very much. This must be one they've worked out in training. Healy, and it's 4-1, Tony Beddoe. Well, if they have worked it out in training, it came to fruition this afternoon. Healy with the cross, Weaver with the drop, and there was Tony Beddoe, 4-1.
Today was all about the result, and we haven't played particularly well, and we come out 4-1 winners and created a lot of chances.
That seemed to be the thing. It was a bit of a disappointing first half in a way, even though you were 1-0 up, and then suddenly the floodgates opened. Can you explain that?
No, not really. We got a kick up the backside early on second half. We conceded a bad equaliser. That sort of cheers up a little bit, but we carried on. We've got characters in the side, but that's never been in doubt. And luckily enough, the breaks went for us because we had a lot of chances apart from the 4 goals.
So Torquay on the up, the goals flying high as the season really begins to hot up. First to Bootham Crescent, where York and Torquay played out a 4-goal thriller. Honours even. Graham Sellers, our commentator.
A snapshot there, and it's in! What a goal by Brian Healy! That's brilliant! Might like to shoot, he does so, and he's beaten Southall! Flicks on, Bedo is through, clean through, Tony Bedo, Satori slipped, Bedo, and that's 2-2!
We've made it hard by ourselves, falling behind twice, but for large portions of the game, we controlled it and maybe should have gone and won it, so I'm a bit disappointed from that point of view.
Well, that point not good enough to keep Torquay in the top 8. They're down to 10th. Else to keep the crowd entertained, as Martin Dean discovered.
Darren Freeman looking to play the 1-2 with Gary Hart. Pinamonte's taken up a position on the far post. He's been well found. It was a good opportunity for the Italian. And he's just extended his loan period from Bristol City to Brighton. Scored a couple of goals against Exeter, of course, during that win around Christmas time. Might have had another one for himself then. Good cross into the far post. Pinamonte perhaps should have done a little better with it. One for Bedo to chase. He'll do well to keep it in. He got it away well. And Kulip having to put it clear after a little bit of a slip, really, by Mark Walton. Should have done better, really, with that cross. Not any real pace on it. Pinamonte with the flick on. Got the ball back again. Now Gary Hart, chance to get a shot in here. Well, dragged it wide of the target in the end, perhaps. You have to give some credit to Wayne Thomas for forcing him to do that, but again, some good work from Gary Hart, who's looked impressive in this opening half hour or so. Just getting on this near side of Wayne Thomas.